Hello, how are you? I am Zemill, aka Arabis Zemill. Who is Zemill? What does that name stand for? Why am I in front of your screen or in front of your tube? Well, I came here today to talk to you a little bit about just the answers to those questions. First of all, I'm an author, a poet, lyricist, songwriter, and a spoken word performer. I also do public speaking, and I am someone who has decided that after being in corporate America for over 29 years, that it was time to pursue dreams that I had put on a shelf and put off for many moons. Some of you out there right now are people who have things and gifts in you. You're creative, you have talents, but you put them on the shelf and you put them on the side because you didn't get to them, you didn't have time, or you wanted to do other things, or your job was locked down. I'm here to tell you today that anything is possible, that your gift is enormous and that the world awaits it. But your dreams, you have to pursue them. Dreams and visions are two different things. Dreams, you want to have, you have them and you don't have a plan. Visions are things that you put in place that you see that are those things that are going to come to be if you put in the work, make the plans and set up things to actually make them come to fruition. So Zemill. Zemill is joyous melodies in Hebrew. Arabis represents wild and rare. And again, I told you I was in corporate America for 29 years and I still am. But it's now time to put these things into action. So with the writing, the poetry, the songs, the music, I decided on my birthday, January 1st, won't tell you the year, that now was the time. So I sit down and I wrote down this 50 things that I wanted to do. These 50 goals, ideas that I wanted to put into place. And the very first thing that I wanted to do, which was near and dear to my heart, was poetry. But poetry not from the roses are red, violets are blue, not from the cosmic, way out there type of poetry, but real life, real feelings type poetry. Things that touch your heart and touch your soul that you can relate to. There's a piece in the book called Old School, and it talks about, remember when you had to get home and your mom was gone to work, but you had to get back before the lights went out, because if you didn't get back home before that street light went out, oh my God, that was a 12-round bout. And what about that government cheese? Why was that sandwich so good? You add some fried bologna and you smelt it all the way through the neighborhood. That's just a sample of a piece called Old School, a little part of it. But in my book, Thoughts and Vision, Poetic Works of Love, Life, and Inspiration by Arabis Zemill, which is available on iBooks, on Barnes & Noble's Nook, and the Amazon Kindle. So your electronic devices, your e-devices, your e-books, and with the big three, you can look it up. You can also Google Arabis Zemill and some things will come up on me about who I am and what I have going on. But the first of my many projects was, again, it was this book. This was my baby. This was the thing that I wanted to start out with at the very beginning. And again, the book is broken down in three parts. It is love. It is the real love. It is love from a spiritual and divine. It is love is the very first piece, and there are a couple of lines in the very first piece of the book called Love Is, and it says, love is a whisper that resonates as calamity, yet still craved over and over again. Love is a gamble that we all play in hopes to win. It reaches as far as the roots of a sequoia tree that seamlessly never ends. And then at the very end it tells you that love, true love is, you have to read the book to see what the ending word said, but it's there. That's love. And then it is moving. It is you are. There's a piece called You Are that talks about the beauty of love and how I feel when I look upon your face as a woman, the beauty that I see in you through your eyes, through my eyes, and what I feel like that I have to do and how I show love and appreciate it. And then there's love from a very real perspective, because sometimes we have to move on. And there's a piece that's called Moving On. And in it, there's a piece called, the words say, you know, how do you know it's time to leave? Who are you to say not to let me say bye? Who are you that I can't go away? It is no longer time for us to try. That's a very real feeling. And we explore those types of things in the book. Again, Thoughts and Vision, Poetic Works of Love, Life, and Inspiration. But then there's also inspiration. There is a piece called Relevance, and it's a piece that's very, very near and dear to my heart. And relevance, there's a line in a piece called Relevance that says, leap when you're afraid to jump. Try when you don't think that you can. If you don't win the race, make them know you ran. We all at some point in time have, again, need to be moved and sometimes even pushed to do those things that are in us to do. But this book, it is my wish that this book will inspire you and move you. There is a very touching piece called Ode to My Mother, about the loss of my mother, who was 49 years old when she passed. The very heart and rock of my life. Very, very difficult piece, and the book is actually dedicated to her and my brother, who I also lost. My mother was 49 when I lost her, and my brother was 39. So there are very, very touching tributes to them in the book. There is laughter. There is, again, inspiration. There is going through things, relationships. There is a couple of intimate, very, very seductive pieces. But it's all in the book, broken down in 3 chapters. And I hope you enjoy it as much as I was blessed to give it to you. I think that when you write from inspiration, which is what I do, I never sit down to try to write something. I never sit down to try to put words together. I only write what comes to me. That way I know that it's given to me from God. It is a blessing that has come through me. And I am only a person who has been commissioned to transcribe spirited thought. And as long as what was given to me, as long as what I was inspired to do is not lost in translation, and there is not so much of me and my ego is not involved in what it is that I'm doing, then I think that the message will be heard and the message will be clear. So again, I invite you, pick up Thoughts and Vision. You can order it online at attentionrequired.com. And again, you can go to iBooks. It's available on your favorite e-reader. iBooks, Amazon, and Barnes & Noble for your Nook, for your Kindle, for your iPad. So a couple of more things about me. I was born in Dallas. I still live in Dallas. Born and raised here. Went to George Washington Carver, Sequoia, Oliver Wendell Holmes, graduated from Roosevelt, and then got a degree in economics from Southern Methodist University. I work here and again been at the same job with the largest transportation company in the world for 29 years, where I am a manager and now aspiring entrepreneur and someone who is chasing my dreams. I inspire you to pursue your dreams, but they have to be not only words, you have to put them in action. You have to do something every single day to make it happen. And I'm here today to ask you to join me on my journey as I go forward with the music, with the spoken word, with the poetry. We've written over 2,000 songs, myself and in the greatness of my arranger and producer, Joel McCrae. And we are so excited to share with you the music that's coming in the different genres and the different things that we're going to do. So again, join me as we explore this vision, as we go towards the magic of love, as we bring back old school music with quality and content and take you to places that you used to go from a mental and spiritual and thought-provoking place. Join me. Go to attentionrequired.com, sign up for the email list, go to Facebook and reach out to me at Arabis Zemill. Over 800 million people on Facebook. There's only one Arabis Zemill. Thank you so very, very much. And we'll see you again in a few moments. phenomenal songwriter, a phenomenal person, just a wonderful individual with extreme talents and extreme gifts. Ranger, producer, theory, all of the above. Extraordinary Mr. Joel McCray accompanying me today on piano. I want to talk to you a little bit about what we have going on. He's actually playing my first single. It's called Never Give Up on Love. And after looking at the repertoire of over 2,000 songs, we started with what I would call a homage to my father, who 15 years ago gave me this melody in this little composition, and he said, "Here, do something with it." I never gave you very much because I never saw my father a lot growing up, and we didn't spend a lot of time together. But my gift came from him, the creativity came from him. And so I thought it would be nice to start the career, start the piece with something that he did. And he gave me the melody the very last time that I saw him, and that was over 15 years ago. And to be honest with you, I don't know if he's still with us or not. But I took the idea of the melody and I brought it to Joel, and he took it to a whole nother level. I mean, just really, really explored it. It's a beautiful piece. It's again my single. It's called Never Give Up on Love. It's the very first piece of this journey through music that we're about to explore. It is a spoken word piece written over a smooth jazz background. It talks about love. It talks about wanting. It talks about communicating. There's a line in the piece that says that if you talk to me, I will listen. There can be no us if trust is missing. You see, love and relationship is about communicating. It's about relationships. It's about talking to one another. And we have to share our thoughts and feelings with one another if we are going to make it, if we are going to have this thing that we call a relationship and we're going to remain together. And so that's what love, Never Give Up on Love is about. Again, it's a beautiful ballad. You can get it on iTunes, you can get it on Zoom, you can get it on Amazon MP3. And I encourage you to go out there and get it and support us again in this journey. Join me again at attentionrequired.com. Go and sign up for the mailing list. Join us on Facebook, Arabis Zemill. Facebook. Again, 800 million people on Facebook, one Arabis Zemill. Zemill is joyous melodies in Hebrew. And myself, along again with the greatness of Mr. Joel McCray, we're going to bring to you a lot of music. So why do you want to get on board this train now? Well, I encourage you to be a part of something that's new, something that's different, that's going to bring you quality, that's going to bring you content, music of all genres, music of all types, music for all occasions. We can write those things. My number, if you want to reach me, is 469-464-9762. That's 469-464-9762. Facebook, Arabis Zemill, and reach out for Mr. Joel McCray, who's on Reverb Nation, who's YouTube, who is Facebook, who has a great group called Musicians Fellowship. Let's support him. Let's get behind his efforts and his projects as well. But again, why get with us? Because it's going to be new. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be different. And we're going to bring you many forms of music with content, with quality that's moving, that's touching, and entertaining. Something you can tap your feet to and things that you can mellow out to. Never Give Up on Love, again, is the single. I am Zemill, Joel McCray. Thank you so very much for your time. Join us on this journey and come with us and help and be with us as we explore the magic of love. Thank you. know sometimes there will be differences, there will be ups and there will be downs, and there will be moments when you and I won't see eye to eye on all the things we care to see. But as long as we continue to love, as long as we continue to share, we compromise